Welcome.
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 Welcome to Vincentfest.
Welcome to Vincentfest. This year we chose to turn the event into a virtual fundraiser and raise money for our St. Vincent de Paul Society here at Holy Trinity, a group that has been helping those most in need during the global pandemic that we've all had to navigate together. We're here to raise money, okay? We're also here to have a little fun. But first, let's eat. A special thank you to our restaurant sponsor, Celebration Market, for generously donating 10% of sales back to our cause for this weekend. If you were not able to buy food today, you can download the flyer from the video description below and visit them between 12 and 5 tomorrow. That's p.m., 12 p.m. and 5 p.m. Okay, because I know some of you are going to be actually up between 12 a.m. and 5 a.m., but hey, be sure to check the ticker at the bottom of your screen to keep up with our donations. For every $1,000 that we receive, another St. Vincent will light up. So we need to see St. Vincent lit. If you are enjoying your meal tonight, let's take a moment to say grace, and our kids in our school at Holy Trinity, a Catholic school, are going to lead us. Take it away.
Name of the Father.
Founded in Dallas, Texas in 1971, Celebration Restaurant was built as a place where people of all ages and all cultures could come together and enjoy good food. After 45 years, Celebration has become an industry leader by serving affordable farm-to-table food that is not only delicious, but that also considers quality nutrition, local sourcing, and sustainability. The secret to Celebration's success, though, is how they put their partners first, practicing servant leadership to be a great place to work. More than just a restaurant, Celebration also provides corporate and social catering services and a well-stocked meals-to-go market offering freshly prepared foods the whole family will enjoy at home. Celebration Restaurant, Catering, and Market, serving the community farm-to-table food since 1971. To learn more about everything Celebration has to offer, call or visit us online today.
Thanks to our kids and our Holy Trinity Catholic School for leading us in prayer. They are so awesome. I always tell people, if you're ever having a bad day, you just go into a classroom and visit with the kids. They just bump you up. It's absolutely fantastic. But before diving into business for the night, we've got a special treat for all of you. So let's take a moment to enjoy some local talent. And by the way, we have already collected tonight, okay, and this is very early on in this event, $3,750. But we got $5 million to go, so hey, stay tuned.
What's going on?
We have some really talented people here at Holy Trinity, which the good news is I'm not by myself, right? Now it's time to dive into the reason that we're here tonight, and I want to tell you, we just topped $4,500, which is great. Yay! All right. You cannot believe they're all masked. We're doing social distancing. This is my living room, by the way. So first, we are going to hear from a very special speaker that you all will know and love, and then Father Mike, which I know you know and love him as well. And he's going to tell us about the Vincentian way and how it compels us to do the work that we do as a Vincent de Paul parish. So take it away.
Hello, my name is Bishop Greg Kelly. I'm the Auxiliary Bishop of the Diocese of Dallas. I work at the Diocesan Pastoral Center right across the street from Holy Trinity Parish. So I'm your neighbor and neighbor to Father Milton Ryan and Father Mike Walsh. Very happy to join you for Vincentfest. Of course, one of the biggest impacts of COVID has been so many virtual gatherings like this, meetings, conversations, so many things that have gone virtual. And of course, there are many things that never go virtual. Hunger, thirst, the need for assistance. These things have increased exponentially as many of the resources available to them have decreased or are more difficult to access. So I'm very grateful for your willingness to gather virtually for this ungathered gathering for Vincentfest, to provide non-virtual resources for the non-virtual needs of our brothers and sisters. These small, seemingly inconsequential gifts can make a vital difference for an individual or for a family with no food or a broken down car or some other specific need. And Jesus reminds us in Matthew's gospel that as often as you did it for one of these least ones, you did it for me. He takes what we do and what we fail to do literally, not virtually. So thank you for your generosity and for your faith and for your participation in Vincentfest.
Quiero darte por amarme. Gracias, quiero
Father Mike Walsh, Vincentian priest here at Holy Trinity, and I'm happy to be celebrating Vincentfest. My part today is just to talk a little bit about Holy Trinity as a Vincentian parish, the spirit of Vincent de Paul. And historically, Holy Trinity is a Vincentian parish because the Vincentian Fathers and Brothers have served here since the beginning of the parish over 100 years ago. But that's just a historical fact. The heart of the matter is the spiritual aspect of the Vincentian charism. And I want to begin with Vincent de Paul himself, born in the late 16th century. Like many poor peasant kids, he was poor, but he was very bright. And he saw education, and in particular, priesthood, as his escape from poverty. He didn't start out as a zealous priest. He wasn't unholy, but his main goal was to find a comfortable place where he could make enough money to be comfortable and send some home to his family. And he did that. He found a comfortable place as the chaplain and tutor to the de Gonde family, fabulously wealthy and landed. He thought he was set for life. But here's the path that we can all follow after St. Vincent if we put our hearts into it. His job was not to serve the poor peasants, the farm workers, but as his presence there brought him into contact with the poor, very uneducated, very uncatechized, he let God change his heart and move from comfort to commitment. One thing about Vincent's holiness, because holiness is not just an individual thing, he organized people to serve the poor, beginning with lay people and confraternities of charity, priests and brothers of what became the Vincentian Fathers and Brothers, and religious sisters who didn't start out as sisters, but just poor country girls, whom he and Louise de Marillac gathered to serve the poor sick. Organizing to serve the poor, Vincent reached holiness. And that's where we want to follow in his steps. I want to mention first just 5 virtues that St. Vincent de Paul gave to his priests and brothers as an example of our calling. Their humility, simplicity, gentleness, self-sacrifice, and zeal for the salvation of souls. Let me explain each one briefly. Humility is simply to serve the poor with simpleness and being grateful to see the presence of Christ in the poor, without grandiosity, without self-righteousness, without pride. Simplicity, the way St. Vincent meant it, was to be straightforward, to say what you mean and mean what you say, and to not be duplicit. With that, gentleness, to serve the poor with listening, kindness, a gentleness rather than severity. Self-sacrifice, because you need that to serve the poor and to do any holy thing. And zeal for the salvation of human soul. We follow that in many different ways over time. Holy Trinity Parish has followed the path of St. Vincent, especially in being a community where all are welcome, especially to welcome people that sometimes society or prejudices push to one side. And I want to mention 3 ministries where our Vincentian charism, or Vincentian spirit is embodied, maybe most of all. Not to exclude others, but these are our Vincentian Conference of the Vincent de Paul Society, our Holy Trinity Center, our pantry, and Dallas Area Interfaith, which is not Vincentian in origin, but follows that charism of respecting human dignity, especially where it's kind of been ignored by society. Our Vincent de Paul Conference, right now in COVID time, has been, I'd say, heroic in maintaining service to needy families in our area, going even a little outside of our area in this terrible time of need. And I want to mention one aspect of the Vincent de Paul Society that it walks with the poor. It doesn't just give the poor something. One custom. It's not just a custom, it's a habit of Vincent de Paul conferences everywhere, is to do home visits. So not just to show up with a check or to leave some food, but to visit a family in need, to listen to their needs. Sometimes our lay Vincentians find that people ask for rent help, but you find out they need beds for their children, but we're afraid to ask. To listen to them, pray with them in the spirit of St. Vincent, and especially in the name of Jesus. I thank you to all those who have served, especially in our Vincentian ministries, and all those who help make our Holy Trinity Parish a truly Vincentian community.
Talking about organ donation. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Bishop Kelly, and thank you, Father Mike. I tell you, I've lived with a lot of priests in my life, and Father Mike Walsh is one of the coolest priests I have ever lived with. And you cannot listen to him talk about Vincent de Paul without writing a check, okay? And somebody just wrote a big one. So we're up to $6,800. Yes. Which is great. All of this is going for the St. Vincent de Paul Society to be able to help people with this second pandemic that we're facing right now, which is homelessness. People are being evicted. There's just a great need. So please be generous to us so that we can help the St. Vincent de Paul do what their mandate is calling them to do. Okay? Let's see. We're going to hear a short message. Oh, they're yelling at me across the room. Okay, you really shouldn't drink so much. So they're all kind of loaded, but they're telling me we're up to $7,000 now, which is fantastic. Okay. Now we're going to hear a short message from Mike Murray, who is the director of the development at Catholic Charities Dallas. Take it away, Mike.
My name is Mark Murray. I'm the Chief Development Officer at Catholic Charities Dallas. Catholic Charities is very grateful for the long-standing partnership we've had with Holy Trinity Church, Holy Trinity School, and the St. Vincent de Paul Conference at Holy Trinity Parish. One of the ways that we are involved with Holy Trinity is that our mobile community pantry truck visits Holy Trinity on a regular basis, delivering food to over 100 families at a time. We could not do this if Holy Trinity did not provide lots of volunteers at every distribution point. We have to have volunteers to do this, and Holy Trinity has responded very generously like they always have. Another way that Holy Trinity has helped us over the years is we have food carts that we leave at parishes and schools, and the parishioners and the students fill them up. Then we take that food to North Texas Food Bank, our food partner, and then they match that food, which we turn around and turn into comprehensive nutritional meals for people that we deliver through the mobile community pantry. And also with that food, we are able to provide St. Vincent de Paul with food when they need it for their clients. So St. Vincent de Paul and Catholic Charities has experienced a significant increase in demand for food from their clients. For example, since March, we distributed up to 250% more food than we had planned to distribute this fiscal year. We have lines of hundreds and hundreds of cars, including here at Holy Trinity, every week, and therefore we have to provide more food, which sometimes means more finances to acquire that food. And by supporting St. Vincent de Paul, you're doing exactly that. You're allowing us to feed many, many more people because they keep coming and there's no.
Thank you, Mike, from Catholic Charities Dallas, and for all the amazing volunteers at Holy Trinity that gather together each month to distribute food to those in need. And as Mike said, the cars are lined up down Gilbert, they're on Oak Lawn. We have a lot of need, and it's so edifying to see how you have stepped up, parishioners at Holy Trinity, our community, to make this happen, because the need continues to grow, and I know everybody wants to show up for those in need. Now we're going to hear from Elise Healy, who's the president of the St. Vincent de Paul Society here at Holy Trinity. And while you listen to her share the stories of clients the society has served, I want you to think about this. Keep this in mind. Just a $600 donation will pay rent for an individual for 1 month. Just $600. Just $800 will pay rent for a family for 1 month. And just $250 will cover a car payment or a utility bill for a family or an individual. I'm going to have Elise talk to you more about how you can help.
Well, good evening, all our Holy Trinity family and friends. Thank you for attending the second annual Vincentfest. My name is Elise Healy, and I'm the president of the Society of St. Vincent de Paul at Holy Trinity Catholic Church. I've been a member of the society here since 2002, when our late and beloved Wick Allison stood up in this church and pretty much convicted me about joining this society and embarking on its mission. And it's been, particularly since March, it's really been kind of miraculous. The generosity of our parish and the wider community has been amazing, and we so appreciate your generosity. The people we work with and the way we work before COVID involves us going out in pairs to people's homes, people asking for our help with their rent or utilities or some other financial problem. And since COVID, we've had to go to telephone calls for their protection and ours, and we've had to go to Zoom meetings like so many of you to discuss the cases that have arisen. And there have been a lot since COVID. Since March, we have handled as many as 18 cases per meeting, and that might involve 60 or 70 individuals. Our meeting last night, for example, involved 10 cases and 35 people in total. A typical example of the people that we work with were actually two women. They're my age, and both were widowed. One lost her husband last week to COVID. One lost her husband last month to another cause. And in the midst of their grief and trying to figure out everything, they were seriously worried about making their housing payment for September. And fortunately, thanks to you, we were able to help both of them. Another case that we had last night involved a young woman, a single mom. She fortunately has a job, and it's the kind of job she can do at home. She does tech support. She has a child who is going to distance learning, as many children are, so she's able to supervise. She's looking for training to improve her employability and raise her skill level. She made one mistake, and that was getting into a payday loan of $512. It costs her $153 a month to carry that loan. And of course, that's all interest. We were able to pay off the loan, and that will, and also part of her September rent. And that extra $153 a month that she won't have to pay out anymore will really make an enormous difference in her ability to support herself and her child going forward. But really, the vast majority of our cases and the people we work with are people, I think, that the Pope Francis calls on the margin. There's no 401k to borrow against. There's no IRA. There may be a small savings account. There's credit cards. There's friends to borrow from when they lost their job at the restaurant or the construction site or the office cleaning company. They truly are up against losing their apartment, living in their car, living on the street. That's the next step. And that is probably 90% of the people that we talk with. They aren't going to get unemployment insurance or stimulus checks either. So yes, they turn to their friends, their neighbors, and they turn to the society. And thanks to you, we have been able to help many, many of these people who, well, I think as St. Vincent said, go out to the poor and you will find God. And I have found that this is the truth. So I must thank you again for your many generous contributions to the society here at Holy Trinity. I would like to ask if anyone has it in their heart, particularly if you are bilingual in Spanish and English, we could really use your volunteer help. Thank you again for Vincentfest and for all you do for the Society of St. Vincent de Paul. Good evening to
Thanks, Elise. That was a beautiful reminder of the ways that we can help support the work of the St. Vincent de Paul Society and the kind of work that you do, because it's about building relationships with people. It's not just about serving the poor. It's about serving people that we know, that we have encountered, that we are involved with, whose stories that we're able to tell and whose lives that we have been invited into in their struggles. And so I thank you so much. So if you haven't already donated, after Elise's story, I can't imagine. Get the checkbook out. Get online and help us out here. We need the help. We're now at what, $10,900. All of this, of course, going to the St. Vincent de Paul Society and to those families that Elise described in her presentation. So we're going to take a moment to tally up all of our donations for the night and prepare for the raffle drawing. Yes, there is a raffle. There's no such thing as a fundraiser without a raffle in the Catholic Church. So here we go. While we do that, we're going to hear from some more talented groups at Holy Trinity. And first up, and this guy is so awesome. If you have a chance to listen to our masses on Sunday that we do on YouTube, our organist, Aaron Garcia, is over the top. And also to thank you also for helping to pay for the organ that we have, which is just extraordinary. So I'm going to give it over to Aaron. Hit it, Aaron. Thanks, Aaron, and thanks to our St. Vincent Schola. Beautiful, beautiful music. We have a final donation total. Tonight we have raised $18,120 for the St. Vincent de Paul Society.
Yes, yes.
This is great. Now let's discover who the raffle winners are. I'm supposed to pick this from a basket here. Looks okay. This person that I have just picked out of the basket here is going to win. Read between the lines gift set. Okay. I don't even know how to describe what it is. This is Vanna White, okay? And it's absolutely lovely. The winner of this is Michael Lee, Judge Michael Lee, which is great. Very good. Well, maybe it's not judge. There's two Michael Lees in the parish. One is a judge, and if you're not the judge, then you won. If you are the judge, way to go. All right. Oh, I'll just hold it. Yeah, I'm picking another one out of the collection basket, actually, which is not being used much since we're not having... Okay, it's the raffle winner for this piece. What is the piece? Okay, it's a wine and cheese set. Don't you love it? We're so organized. A wine and cheese set, and it's Susan Kleiman is doing the wine and cheese set. And I happen to know she's an incredible cook. She brings stuff by the rectory all the time. It's unbelievable. She should open up a restaurant. All right. Okay, I don't know if I should be introducing this or not. It's a romantic evening basket. I'm not quite sure if I should be. Okay, never mind. Oh, what? I've got to pick somebody who's going to get this romantic evening basket. Okay. I thought it said Mike Walsh. It says Diane Walsh. Whoever Diane... Way to go, Diane! Okay, a little romance there. Okay, pick somebody else. This is a wine and fondue art basket, and this goes to Scott McCandless. Scott McCandless. Way to go, Scott! All right, I've just picked another one out of the collection basket, the least used thing in the church nowadays. Okay. An overture oven tour. An oven tour gift set. Oven tour? What is oven tour? That's really kind of sweet. That looks like an evening bag. Oh, keychains and evening bags. All right. The winner of that piece is Elizabeth Berra. Way to go. Okay, pick the person here. And this is an all-expense paid trip to Rome and staying at the Four Seasons. No, I'm kidding. Okay, this is a fossil gift set for not fossil men, okay? That's a very cool thing. 4 men, okay? And the person who's getting this is going to have to give it away. Her name is Elaine Erkmark. Okay, it's a fossil gift set for men. This will make you a very popular person in your family. All right. Oh, a little blue box. That's very cool. And it's a little Tiffany cross pendant. That's beautiful. And the winner of that is Catherine Chandler. Kathleen Chandler. And then I'm picking another pre. Okay. And this is a fossil gift set for women. All right. So we had the one for men. Now we got the one for women. And this one goes to Marie Holkenbrink. Holkenbrink. Way to go. There you go. And last but not least, I'm going to put this puppy on because I just want to wear it. Okay. Looks like just a normal cowboy hat, right? It is a cowboy hat that has been autographed by Toby Keith. Okay, so that's a big deal. And the winner of that is Jenny Zacharias. Jenny, way to go. Jenny is an awesome person. She does incredible work with Dallas Area Interfaith, which is a collaborator with the Catholic Charities. And I told the staff the other day, whatever Jenny Zacharias wants, the answer is yes, because she does incredible work for us. So, oh my goodness, I'm going to start crying. We have been so blessed that you've joined us tonight. So thank you, because you've helped so many of our people in need. If you didn't have a chance to donate or purchase a Vincentfest shirt, both links will remain open through September the 30th. So we do appreciate your support, and we're so blessed to have you a part of this parish. And they want me to play something, kind of a little benediction on the piano. So, by the way, our total right now is $20,474. I think what I'm about to pay is worth $1,000.